गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदाले कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmati Guru Pad Padma, Mitala Prishta Jagat Guru Shishwant Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Tirandi Swami Shishwant Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj Nam Nishta Santa Shri Aniruddha Das Prabhu Ji. All the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who have gathered here, please accept my humble obeisances. Reading from Śrī-Bṛhad-Bhāgavatāmṛtam Canto 2, Chapter 2, Text 101. Bhakto navavidhayam cha मुख्यम स्मरणमेव हि तत्समग्रेन्द्रिय श्रेष्ठ मनोवृद्धिम समर्पणम. Bhakta in devotional service navavidhayam amongst the 9 kinds cha also mukhyam the best smaranam remembering eva only he indeed tat through that the mind samagra all indriya shrestha which is the best of the senses manah vritti of the activities of the mind Samarpanam offering of the 9 processes of bhakti, smaran or remembrance is the foremost because only through remembrance can the function of the mind, the best of the senses can be offered to Sri Bhagavan. Shri Gopkumar might ask, why did the topic of bhakti arise? Shri Pipalan replies in this verse, beginning with bhakto. He says, among the 9 processes of bhakti, remembrance, smaran is the principal process or limb. This is because through remembrance, the mind, the best of the senses, is dedicated to Shri Bhagavan, thereby enabling one to become completely absorbed in him. Speech and the other senses are also dedicated to Bhagavan through kirtan and other limbs. But because these senses are dependent on the mind for their function, Smaran is superior to the other 8 processes. Verse 102. Antaringantu अंतरंगांतरंगांतु प्रेम भक्तिम यथा रुचि दातुम अर्हत्य विश्रामम मन एव समाहितम. Antahanga antahangam supremely confidential. 2. But prema loving, bhaktim devotion, yatha ruchi according to one's taste, datum to give, arhati one should, avishramam without being weary, nam manaha the mind, eva indeed, samadhitum fixed. When the mind is fixed, prema bhakti, which is more confidential than the practices of knowledge and renunciation, continuously manifest in the heart of the practitioner according to his natural predilection, ruchi. Shri Pippalayan elaborates, among all the confidential practices such as jnana, knowledge, and vairagya, renunciation, which enable one to attain Shri Bhagavan or bring one close to him, prema is the most confidential means. The mind alone, when it is focused and one-pointed, is capable of radiantly manifesting causeless devotional service in pure love, prema bhakti. Just as the mind, which is the driver of the other senses, is capable of impelling them towards their respective objects, so only a focused mind can bring forth unconditional prema bhakti according to the predilection or taste, ruchi of the practitioner. Furthermore, since obstacles generally do not arise when one worships with the mind, or in other words, when one performs bhajan, one can achieve full absorption in Bhagavan. When that takes place, prema manifests. Text 103, 104 and 105. Ashesha sadhani sadhya samastarthadhikadhika yo vashikaranī gāಢोपायो भगवतो अद्वया तत्प्रसादैकलभ्यो यस्तद्भक्तैकमहानिधि विचित्र परमानंद माधुर्य भरपूरिता महानिर्वाच्य महात्म्यः पदार्था प्रेम सज्ञकः परिणाम विशेषे ही चेतो वृत्तेरुदेति सा. Ashesha all, sadhani 2 methods, sadhya to be attained, samasta artha of all objective, adhika adhikaha the greatest of the great, yaha who, vashikarane in controlling, gadha powerful, upaya means, bhagavataha of the Lord, advayaha non-dual, tat prasada through his mercy, ekalabhya solely attainable, yaha which, tad bhakta his devotees, eka only, mahanidhi great treasure, vichitra astonishing, parama ananda of transcendental bliss, madhurya of sweetness, bhara with an abundance, purita flooded, maha great, nirvacha indescribable, mahatmya glory, padartha the entity, prema love, sabnyakaha named, parinama transformation, vishesha in a specific, he certainly, cheta of the mind, vritte from the function, udeti rises, so that which is the object of attainment of an infinite number of disciplines, which is even superior to the worship of Bhagavan, the topmost of all goals, and which is the unparalleled means to control the supremely independent Lord, that is Prema. It can be obtained only by the mercy of Bhagavan and not by one's own endeavors. Therefore, being saturated with the wonderful sweetness of paramount bliss, it is an incomparable, priceless treasure that devotees diligently protect. Its glories are indescribable. Prema is a specific transformation of the function of consciousness that arises only when one's consciousness is transcendently pure. Shri Pippalayan continues. The extraordinary object known as prema or love of God is a special outcome of the condition of one's consciousness, chitta vritti. When the condition of one's consciousness transforms into a state of transcendental purity or super excellence, prema naturally manifests. These three verses describe the characteristics of prema with 7 adjectives. Each idea is connected with the next, and each verse can be seen as the meaning or the cause of the one before it. Verse 103. Prema is the goal of innumerable practices such as fruitive activities, karma, knowledge, jnana, and renunciation, vairagya. Number 2. It is even higher than the worship of Bhagavan, which is superior to the four purusharthas or achievement of life, religion, dharma, economic development, artha, sense gratification, kama, and liberation, moksha, also known as mukti. This is because prema is the glorious fruit of all practices and the ultimate goal of the worship of Bhagavan. What more need be said? Prema is the means to subjugate even the absolutely independent Supreme Lord. Just as shackles bind and control a mad elephant, so ropes of love can bring Sri Bhagavan under the control of his beloved devotees. Verse 104. That prema can be obtained only by the munificence of Sri Bhagavan and not by one's own endeavors. Therefore, the Lord's devotees consider prema to be an incomparable, priceless treasure. This is because prema is blissful by nature and can fulfill all heartfelt desires. The taste of prema is so replete with varieties of sweetness and paramount pleasure that it makes Brahmananda, the joy of impulsive realization, seem utterly worthless. Verse 105. Therefore, prema is unlimited and indescribable. Words are powerless to express its glories. This last adjective phrase, Maha Anirvacha Mahatmya, means whose glories are ineffable. This indicates that just as the glories of Prema are unlimited and indescribable, so are the glories of the loving pastimes enjoyed by devotees and the Lord, and they are not being revealed due to their confidential nature. Later, Sri Bhagavan's personal associates will reveal the actual meaning of Sri Pippalayan's philosophical analysis and instructions to Gopakumar. Because the practice of Samadhi predominates in Tapoloka, it would not have been appropriate to reveal the confidentialities of Bhakti there. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarvasya kripa sindhu Vaishnav